Resume more call about Eroba Daily Update TV. So then I will shoot you many and also subscribe to my YouTube channel like and share. Abuja Yansaka a flyer be any of the chair for native for and said according to Akonta a Yoko Ahoto FM officials Ghana 177K gold and firearms found at Wontumi's Akonta mine inside Attorney General reviews. Na saa flyway chima Akonta mine a o hwe nipa Akonta mine no ne dia chama Wontumi na Akonta mine a yekin summer boy in Tano Nimiri Forest Reserve Akonta mine ana chese na ni nyina ne se Akonta mine court a yede your bra yede copy court a charge yede born said and as of statement of offense and say what assignment of mineral right without approval contrary to the section of 14.1 and the section 99.2b of the Minerals and Mining Act 2006. That is Akonta mining a year tamaun to me for a chirima or no down on. There's a national security in 9 months as I say or more making sure say galamsha a kosu and I say galamsha or man for an A to edit or mining issue. Yes, inteno or more asset up a year taxi BI from 9 months national security, military, the immigration or munina account national security or munina account and or moyesa operation na or Attorney General a review assembly a year Akonta FM official editor and say 157 million Ghana cedi gold and firearms yahuno Akonta miner and also so Attorney General ni be mu at the chair intimate flyer and better so na nyina say not too long Akonta mining a year Attorney General be press conference be say no Akonta mining she say the charges are ready and no na a year recently not too long mu say or more than the charges are born up him court or yaskadon ya money bill into the memo update for a breaking update I am Akonta FM official at the towards Attorney General and a review say a firearms 157 million Ghana cedi any gold and or more aquafano a Akonta mining sa ebuja made the fly in bed so you go tea Attorney General before say prosecution best started at the year they Wontumi be court I mean filing the charges nina or a press conference be no biani a taste a press conference no and okra ya broma mpanyimiti CSOs a omohwe and a kwan we be fa so a omobetu galamse ase menua se unhu galamse de at the rate a say omani nsuo na wo te kira unhu ni different but okọ grounds na okohu at the rate the forest no devastating as say no because of gold na yen ka say gold no mo be into but the painful chira responsible mining so that the land will be saved. Stay tuned.
The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources has underscored the fact that legal and regulatory reform is at the heart of what we are doing in order to change the narrative about illegal mining. So one of the things we have done is to review the Minerals and Mining Act. And I have advised the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources that the current state of the law is such that licenses and leases can be granted over the whole territory of the Republic of Ghana. That includes forests, that includes the territorial waters and the exclusive economic zone. So the first thing to do is for us to streamline the Minerals and Mining Act. And for instance, in respect of mining in forest reserves, we will put a provision in the statute, in the bill, when enacted, that will prohibit mining in forest reserves completely. And I have told the minister that one of the things we can do is to identify all the forest reserves and put them in a schedule attached to the bill and make it categorically clear that no license for mining activity or lease for the conduct of mining can be granted in respect of all the forest reserves attached to the statute. Now that means that at any point in time that the law, the position has to change, they have to go back to Parliament and then review the law, which makes it, politically more difficult. Also, we have prepared an instrument that is LI 2505 in my office, and that will be laid in Parliament on the 14th. The Minister and I have agreed that on the 14th of October, when Parliament resumes, we'll lay that instrument to revoke the famous LI 2462, which is the infamous LI 2462, so that there will be no basis whatsoever for anybody to tamper with, with our forest. So immediately it is laid, within 21 days, it matures, and from that time onwards, we will not have LI 2462. Now, in terms of prosecutions, the statistics that were given included 1,400 arrests. About 1,400 arrests. Now, the biggest problem we've had with the arrests is the 48 hours rule. Constitutional principle that we must bring them before the courts within 48 hours. Most of the judges have been granting them bail. So I remember the point that was made by Colonel Boa. When we arrested 9 people in Kumasi, he called me and I told him that immediately place them before the court and then ask for them to be detained so that we do our investigation. When they appeared before the court, Your Excellency, they were granted bail. Okay? Then they went back. He was very good in monitoring them. They went back into the forest. So I told him that even despite the fact that they've been granted bail, because they have gone back into the forest, they've committed a new offense. I asked him to arrest them, but to bring them to Accra, instead of placing them before a court in Kumasi. And I'm dealing with them now. They are in detention. We will not release them. We will make sure that even if the High Court says we should grant them bail, we'll go to Court of Appeal and go to the Supreme Court to ensure that we hold them until the dockets are prepared and then we send them to court. Currently, we have initiated prosecutions in 65 dockets. And Mr. President, there's a difference. When we say 65 dockets, it is not 65 individual persons who are being prosecuted. Some of them are more than 10. In fact, there is one case in the Western North. There are 28 minors that are involved in that prosecution. So the 65 dockets, by my calculation, contains about 600 persons that are illegal minors that are being prosecuted. And I'm happy to announce that in 2002, the police conducted very diligent investigations in respect of Akonta mining. But the docket was hidden until we came to power. In fact, when we came to power and I started the investigation with the the Lands and Natural Resources Minister and the Forestry Commission, we were finding it difficult to get information. Subsequently, the police themselves owned up and presented the docket to my office 2 months ago. So as we speak, the charges against Chairman Wontumi, Akonta Mining, and 5 others have been signed as I speak. Currently, we are waiting for him to be read his right to remain silent, etc. Before we've asked that he should be brought from, Kumasi. His lawyers asked that he should be brought on Tuesday, but I'm insisting that he should be here on Monday. If he doesn't come on Monday, I'm going to order for his arrest so that he'll be brought to Accra. His rights will be read to him, and then we can start the prosecution. We have also put in place certain measures to ensure that the prosecution goes faster than normal. We have approached the Chief Justice, who has agreed to assign specialized courts for the prosecution of illegal mining cases. And I have laid before Cabinet, on Tuesday, Cabinet will meet and approve the Public Tribunal's bill, which will go to Parliament on a certificate of agency. And if by December the tribunals are in place, most of the circuit tribunals will be given exclusive jurisdiction to deal with mining cases. And we will appoint the chairman and panel members of the tribunals, give them timelines beyond which they should not carry a case. So, for instance, we will insist that every mining case should end within 6 months. If there are reasons for you to appeal, that is fine. But the tribunal must deliver its verdict within 6 months. Currently, we don't have those statutory timelines in CI 47, that is the High Court Civil Procedure Rules. So I want Parliament to help me to put those timelines in the tribunal's bill so that the tribunals will do the cases very fast. So, Mr. President, this is where we are in terms of the legal steps. And as I said, law enforcement, regulatory reform is at the heart of what we are doing. And we will not spare any person, in terms of the accountability for their destruction of the environment. Thank you very much.
Very much. Honorable.
No, Poyando Ashanti Regional Communications Director, NPP. Well, Paul Machano pay. Na wapum to say Krachi.
I'm up for Mudia. Yamia and not for Mudia. I can't say this before the FM.
Na if we now chairman to me call court as soon as Bailey we achieve so Yasafre no case for Frana charge for yes so meet bail condition best 3 days in DNS ya ankasa.
Yo, I got my hand to watch Atembia, Babia, no, Obama, dear friend, that come once. We never Nipado no Anya Gidio, Kabima Minkabia, Ecoso, Ghana Hano. If some Nibu Hona, Bana, and Fanchi, Rupa, are mighty for Anna Mifise, and Wow, Emma, Gideon Hotosono, Emma Papa. See my member about Yamisha of now when it's here. Chama Wontumi a chene dada. I don't see CID for a friend no. Na omo friend no na omo abone charges no actually no. Jomo to nsa friend no e dadwo ada no. Nti dadwo ada no ko du ho no. Odu ho no a yete. O charge no kura ye kan ya kire o kura na no this obi sa bailu 1 million Ghana cedi with 2 sureties and sana. Yetimia Mawakofio. Minya te adena ye kana bifi say ye di agro make us chema Wontumi farmer ni hunu no. Wo dey take time na tie. Enti ya che me dada ya be beli no a the sureties me we mu nyina wo ho bio. And so on some CID office. Na yan san kind the charge sheet enche no. Now dey che obeba court no. Odu ho na ye say waba no nko an 1 million bill ansa no akọ yami adom otimi ye enti ade Tuesday ena yede no echo court menua odu court ho a charge ne ye de ya ye say mining without license charge ne de abono eja akoye court asem enti no e wo say ehwe na process no ego through but no na make ka me ho say now, about 4 to 5 months ago, and the natural minerals minister, Yimano Amakufibua, a press conference here. Obeka said, "Ya teacher ma Wontumi, ya concession. Na ya season the excavated, ya season the pickups, ya chinko fobi mukra." Now, you say revoking the license. You say freezing accounts. It is not maybe say license are revoking, you know. Chama Wontumi driver's license ne revoking, and now the mining license ne revoking. Again, acquire court matter. And you know, we have to go and prove it there. Because I've always known Chama Wontumi say, or no, or you'll be a legal licensed miner or ye a juma to say you be no a juma ni fine. I say no, you say ya kofa bail condition be matter but 15 million Ghana cedi. Sure it is no any landed property in Accra. Let me say my cano. A matter of concern, I want to be no say can be. Say, confer landed property, 15 million. We will be a within Accra. This is Accra, Numinia. So who will do on Sawam, who will do a dobro, who will do a Suhumia, the idea winning and come home. I just a crack on the baby a court, you know, the jurisdiction, no, and one more. If he said, Emwa, na enye papa. 2, yasa jini passport, so abetu ho say, Chema Wontumi to kwai. Etiminia, eja usu, sentokwa si Ghana ha sisi ya, minu betime jani no. Chema Wontumi die, Wontumi ni biem. Afe so every 2 weeks biano, onko CID ho, enko choni din, ewo CID book muna. Owi a wonfa book no sambe register na say wakocho ni din already nankata no Chema Wontumi okọ yoko every 3 days bia ekutie hososo eya yede abono owi ya ye 50 million na kwa be fast ebeye we no oya pie no a na police fo aba be chi no bie mu say ye sound dey call another court ye dey call another court wa. Another court no say the bail condition a friend is 10 million Ghana cedi and also say 100 billion. Now our court cannot remain forest mu as Akroma. Oh, it's always answer when you know the go back for so let us say ahomekesem. The bail condition in na could do 25 million to Kano 250 billion. Any dear good chairman. Now, at day, a day, at day. It's no, a year with Guadano. Ye call home. A banny say now a land commission. Any years of when the evaluation in the determined a dining winner ye can't watch them. A idea. A value that way, and then almost 15 million. It is a net yawa day, almost 15 million. I think yes, I cost 10 million, also so after. There are I be now, also so after 10 million, no, I'm a chairman.
And 50 million, no crown, Munyan see.
The annual which was Wednesday, no,
and son
officers there was a land commission officers and also there be a property winning in access a year evaluation.
Okay.
Eji tu mu say ampania pa sa assassino say property no it was that amount. What you say?
Okay. So police custody and Yoko finance.
Police custody, police child. And a Chema Wontumi share. Obi a we share no uhunu at any point in time. Adentina are buying the same Ghana back where work, the same court where you work. Court where you say, court where you say. Now more series of year cases and charges are the much maya. I don't know moon come na boni na moon fanning na bono preco. Now we are the another court. It is a name I may have done near a friend is 15 million no crown. This year, yes, I could share 10 million so I say. Asana na ade.
Na the course we no say a lawyer for mu ana radio.
Na lawyer for the omu of Ghana. A lawyer for ni ate. A lawyer for ha. Say emra e wo Ghana ha no. And I mean me person me mu nyina no ye discuss ni ehwe ne say. E na ye Chema Wontumi e obi betre no asere. Obi betre no na ni age. Dem mo say emra no dane. Nese koyo obi fufuro nese yekase yentiasie ana bibisi anu a ebe hadwin ana se meme pause se ba se yekochi mi sesi ene yekase landed property in Accra has ya meme po ya okay ya me ukoka landed property na wan ekwe yedum betum akopem se yesu beba because mimi ni ajapade bia wa what you say the law must be flexible with each and every citizenry. I was a Emma Ubia freedom of way no. na denti na ya mrama ya ho etire ye ade ya ka to ye ho so no enya ade a ya accessible to everybody. What you say? But emra ye nyemra sa ye mra ema obia no eho to no. What you say? Ye mra ma obia ho to no. Emra no kra ye na ye say self recognizance. One kasa kra wutimi de ho ejirama ye belu.
Okay.
Jamra no ho.
Enti Paul says no.
Then yes this is twitwiri die say to the papa akofo so. Say wan kofa sika we na japade we say ya ma. Enya dia ibeja no. This is any right to freedom no. Anything.
Okay. Now Paul say the cases no say so far from one case to the other no ye kikambo adodo say.
That's that first case, almost say one minor without license. That is the first court, And on number 2, almost say court number 2, no say one court no new forest in Akroma. What I say? Then also mining in forest reserve with the forest area, and also so what I say? Aha. You're freezing account, you're freezing the pickup, you're saying excavated. What you're saying, the radio station, you're tomb. What you're saying, when you pop or report to a yoku, or report to a police station, and the court to me, so that it's not the what to mean the cool use to an answer thing.
Radio XYZ.
That's so
to me no. On the cool Jesus Christ we nya meba no. Ah? Romans laugh wa. Wo mo cool Jesus Christ no. Wo mo kra mpo no. Ya de sa de we ya to mo so ana. Oh, in fact, ade ye to me no enyo. Yes, tra by ne say. Ade mo ye to me no enya papa. Enya papa. Ye nim boni awaye. Then you timid this we good papa for the offer him. Oh,
okay.
We see also police custody and then so you to mission.
Now, say, Bakono, you could hear by
whether you aso prison them.
First one, you could buy near Diana Crack Chairman any day. Police says the end they would timid you.
I'm not no one who send a horror CID headquarters into a mumo be a crime question. No, you come by no, my team are crime question. Yes, so shut down was almost self. I mean, sir, they won't to me who say, Obey to me, Janil, to say Paul and Silas at the end, say you. Security, a dead man, no, me, dear, my dear, who. The idea would to me, dear, who, and Tuesday, no, almost didn't free another court, a court, different court. The police senior soldier from Cook tour, or my best surrounding her. Hey.
Na sese no enti ena nkasa die na ho die na mo na mutune because na ya wada ade akya efiada o weekend na ye kono
me say ya hwe ye ni ewie 10 million no kwa enempo a another court be sa ati ni biem another court e be sa ati ni biem am ya sa court ati enti ade na me maka tell ya ni say omo me nya ni enkofie na Wontumi no so mo be no so mo twitwa no so mo twa ne mene a wo mo twa ne mene ye wo se wontumi oni wiase mu biem na nipa ba ko awso he bebrebe saa de adan Job amani hunu ekọ no so kra for me nya sure say na do so say what you say Job wo Bible mu no amani hunu ekọ no so ni nya ne ekuetu no ne ne wan ne nko ne wan eto no me nya sure say wontumi the ekra eyewe.
Okay, nti say no the Ashanti
frustration is too much.
Okay, frustration is too much. Nti fight
too much. Mini for one to me aja usuku anu to mu bi. No chira edane free wontumi so na ba wo so a. Wo be chiro papa. Wo be chiro nipa ba ko ye ntan ne sa.
Okay, but say bail condition Wontumi obi a enim say oye the for o sika pa nti sa bail condition kra na yen crofo na say Wontumi ampa na bail condition Wontumi miti
Radio XYZ
bail condition ya say nya wu na wu be you enya wu individual no na wu be breli wu adise obi no so what that amount no ena obetimi abeli and I want to say
okay
obi or what that amount no obetimi abeli enya wu individual no na wu beli
Radio XYZ
what I say
na say
we want to me what that amount ne when say me ya say and obi niam so awaye any ade ne wan no eno ye fa nyina so treating pata that is a TV no ye wo eyi say obi a wakoso bia no ye mbre na fiana Ghana no ye money pound for so the wo sika dia ene ye be brewa then ye be ya woni ye nyina be ye na sa na ye TV o my cry ye teacher see the first class people no na teacher o my
okay na say police
because omo no munya sika edi bie enyuma ma yenya biye
okay enti bill time
enyuma ya wu SYZ enyo obi nyenya sika na obi ye na wo ye
sanity
wo journalist we eja usu ye good enka wo ko event GBC aka we dru so na politic to can news no you ntusa
news
so can news no
okay enti in short no the